Madume, hi, how are you? Shall we bring back the boss babe videos? I think we must because it's a new year, the resolution, the vision board, and I know some of you are probably planning to buy your first house and so on. So I just wanted to give you a few things to consider before making that purchase. First things first. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing my experience with you. So take everything I say with a tiny grain of salt, okay? But yeah, my notes are here. So let's get to it. Number one, you want to assess your affordability. Just check, can I really afford to do this thing? So what you want to do is shop around. Go to different banks. So every time you qualify for 1 million. Why not tell yourself you qualify for 700,000? Because the truth is, the bank does want you to get yourself in trouble. They want money. So they're gonna convince you that you can afford something that you cannot afford. So what you wanna do is, they say 1 million, you cut it down. Put yourself at around maybe 700 or 800. Something like that. But yeah, shop around for the best rate. If I take this amount, ask a bunch of questions until you are satisfied. Okay? Deposit 300,000. I believe in you guys. What? I believe in you. Uncle Nala deposit 300,000. Don't take everything they say at face value. Really assess your affordability. We check it. I get nka go kotsa installment ka bokae nna ke itibilana nka kgona go afforda bokae per month. Okay, ha ke batla go duela 5,000 pula ka kgwedi gore re kentshe deposit ya bokae gore o ska ta yala go 1 million no gore okay no ke ta duela 10,000 a month and then your life moves on. No, really assess yourself, right? And then point number 2 is that sometimes you'll find that it's actually cheaper to rent in the short term than it is to purchase a home. So you kind of want to assess that affordability as well for the rent versus mortgage. I know this is a controversial one. There's someone who's going to be in the comment section saying some stuff. It happens all the time. Every time I discuss this, there's a video on my YouTube channel explaining why sometimes it's cheaper in the short term to rent than to buy a house. So you want to assess those two. I'll just give you an example. You want to stay in village. How's an eco village? We tell a rentals in village range maybe from 6,000 if you're lucky to 10 or even 15,000, right? Let's stick to a rental in village. Hachar is around 7,000 bula. So let's say rent is 7,000 bula sharp. If you are to buy that exact same house and it's worth, let's say houses in village are worth between 1.5, 2.2 million, 2.4 million. I've seen, let's range it at let's put it at average 1.7 million, right? Rentale 7,000 bula, mortgage for 1.7 million is 17,000 bula. So just because you cannot afford a rent at 7,000 does not mean you cannot afford a mortgage and deal. Yes, you have 7,000, but you don't have 17,000 for mortgage. So you want to assess that as well. Then number 3, key location. So a lot of times when people talk about rent versus mortgage, what would you rent at 7,000? Oh my god, mortgage you more. Mortgage way. Mortgage way. Go go old Naledi, go New Canada, go guy because nakata go village. So you want to assess that as well when you're deciding, okay, yeah. So chances are rent mortgage but where? So you want to also check, okay, where do I want to stay? That's number 1 in terms of location. And then another point in terms of location is to check the city. So go city those houses are going to eventually appreciate over time. So what check okay. City guy, and yeah, that's what's gonna determine also appreciate the guy. I get. And then number 4, you wanna consider all the costs that are associated with buying a house. So make sure you ask questions and because this one really killed me. You need to have life insurance. It's better to have your own one. Now I ended up going through the bank, which made it very expensive. Something called bond registration. There's the legal fees, there's the house valuation, there's a structural report that comes from you. You are looking at, depending on the house you're getting, obviously you're looking at let's say a box figure of around 50,000 for these things. Some banks, di kgona go assume some of them, like the legal fees and the bond registration and the life insurance, they can assume that for you, but the house valuation and the structural report do come from your pocket. So we keep a cash rate, find out, hey, yeah. And then number 5, what you want to consider is maintenance and insurance. Insurance for houses honestly is very cheap. When the bank gives you the mortgage, chances are they'll get an insurance on it. But to this day, I've had my property since when was I? 28 years old, so 4 years now. I've had it for 4 years and I've never seen the policy wording. Yeah, everything insurance, so I don't know what's covered. I don't know anything. So now I got my own insurance on top of that one, because I'm paying twice, so it's probably a bit like, but I would rather be protected than not. So yeah, just think about things like that. And also the maintenance on the house, you're gonna need to keep money on the side. You need to have money on the side to keep maintaining the house if you want to keep the value of the house, or if you want the value of the house to increase. So that's why I get it's best you qualify for 1 million around the 700 range, all these things, because if you cannot maintain that house, value and then like you might. But yeah, this is just a quick video. If you want a full explanation of my experience, it is on my YouTube channel. Posted it about 2 years ago, so you can go and check that out. Alrighty, that's it for this boss babe video. Catch you in the next one.